Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This video is sponsored by Bitunix, giving an exclusive 20% deposit bonus just for KG Trading members by using the referral link below. You can also follow KG Trading copy trades without any memberships. The platform's UI is super clean and pleasant to use, setting TP and SL simply by dragging them right from your entry level. As a reminder, trading involves risk, copy trading doesn't guarantee profits, and you're always in full control. This is the intraday for Bitcoin. We're gonna see what's going on and what happened in both case scenario for the bullish and the bearish. So currently today we have finished an impulse toward the upside. Where we see, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Clean impulse toward the upside. Potentially, it can be, of course, a finished A, B, and a C here. However, we did not reach the 111K 1-to-1 fib level, which it should be, of course, an ABC over there. Where, okay, you can also, don't forget the 0.618, right? So the 0.618 was taken and overshooted a little bit even. So it can be, of course, guys, a finished wave B, a finished wave 2 here in bearish scenario where we have, of course, an impulse, wave 2, and moving 3, 4, 5 towards the downside, okay? This is a possibility, of course, for the bearish that we are looking for a wave 3. However, don't forget also that we might still, of course, be in a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so this impulse becomes a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. For a wave 3 in an ending diagonal, don't forget that you might finish here in ending diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And that because, of course, of the zigzag wave structure that we can see exactly here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 impulse. You got a correction and then a 5 waves towards the upside, a formation of kind of a zigzag here. And that means, of course, the only possible way to finish a structure with a zigzag can be a leading diagonal, which you would like to see, of course, wave 1 and wave 3 also as zigzags, or it can be, of course, a WXY, X and a Z in the corrective wave. Now, in leading diagonal, to be in a leading diagonal, you have a zigzag, wave 2, of course, definitely not wave 3, wave 4, do not interfere with the zone 1, which is not allowed as a rule in leading diagonal. Meaning there is no leading diagonal here, there is a potential of W, X, Y, X, and a Z. This is the only possible scenario that you can finish, of course, a 5-wave structures with zigzags. Okay, so W, X, Y, X, and a Z. The X's obviously are very sideways and they are so much matching. Now the W and the Y also are matching, and of course the middle structure, which is the W and the Z are matching, and the wave Y, which is the middle structure, is a big balanced structure, I would say, as ABC. So very possible scenario that, of course, it has evolved here to finish a very complex structure. Now, I cannot see, of course, a finished W, X, and a Y, for example, meaning this scenario, because if you have a W, X, and a Y, the wave Y is unfinished. The wave Y here is potentially an A, right, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 potentially as ending diagonal for wave A. You got the wave B, and then, of course, you're looking here for something to finish the wave C. The only way to finish, of course, the wave C in a zigzag is, of course, a 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, and a 5 towards the upside. Therefore, the highest possibility here is still going a little bit for the wave Y rather than a wave Z. Yeah, so in W, X, Y, X, and Z. This is okay. It's a perfect scenario, right? But it's very rare to happen, especially that we already got a very complex structure toward the downside. So double structures down and up, very complex, is a little bit rare case scenario, guys, knowing that it's working perfectly, right? Now, yeah, so this is what I'm looking for. Now, if we want to get some key levels here, for the bullish and the bearish scenario, if we are bearish from there, you are looking, of course, for a wave 2, right? So we're looking for a bearish scenario, which it might unfolding, of course, a wave 3, right? After a 1 and 2 here. So if this is a wave 3 towards the downside, what you would like to see, of course, as the first signal that we are not bullish anymore, is simply breaking this impulse as a wave 1. Okay, so we want to break the bullish scenario right now, the existing bullish scenario, which is, of course, that is playing as a potential wave 2, right? If you take the 886, all right, the 108K again. So if we see this 108K taken, okay, this is, of course, kind of like invalidation for an impulse toward the upside. If the price still over this 886 108K, the possibility of being in a bullish scenario is still there, okay? And that because we are looking again as an impulse, 1, 2, potentially, of course, in a formation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, also another possibility. But the highest possibility here is a zigzag, guys. Okay, so I'm looking after this A, B, and a C. I'm looking for a good wave C here. Yeah, so kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. At least to take the all-time high here above the 111K. Okay, so yeah, above 100K again, this is a key level to be watched. Okay, so we're gonna put this, by the way, as here we go. So this is gonna be, if you take this one, I would say a confirmation for lower. Okay, here we go. That would be much more understandable. All right, so we're gonna watch and see. Now we're dropping very fast. We're gonna see, of course, if we're gonna break this level. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.